welcome back. We are in Pet World here, and we got some new food today. We got some blue buffalo and this stuff called Vital, which is a bunch of raw foods kind of made into like a sausage-looking thing. So we're giving that. Good girl, Harley. Good girl. Go ahead. Good manners. Okay, now, come on, Peps, let's go. Pepper eats inside right now because they were getting a little weird around food. There you go, go ahead, baby. So Harley's, again, she's only like 7-8 months old, but she's already pushing 50 pounds, and I think she's a pit mix. I don't really know with what, just like a terrier or something, but she's the aggressive one. She's the stronger one of the two. Pepper's much more sensitive. Pepper's more crafty and manipulative, but Harley is just a bull. Like, she just, everything about her is just strong and thick. I was looking at her, her neck is as big as her waist. And it's not because she's underfed, it's just because she's a beast. But they are both great dogs in their own way, and they're both eating peacefully, so that's good. We went for our individual walks today so far. It was a little hot for Harley, so we kind of had to cut it short. We didn't get to go to PetSmart like I planned. We just walked back home, and then I got Pepper. Pepper's pretty used to it. She's gangster. She's also a little lighter, and she has 2 different coats that are designed to keep her climactically comfortable, whether it's hot or cold outside. So she's got a little bit of an advantage to hog out there. And she's still pushing the bowl around eating. So yeah, they're just kind of chilling inside and hydrating, and then we'll go to the park tonight, probably like, I don't know, 8 o'clock or so when it starts to get a little bit cooler. Luckily, it's only 100 today, not 110 like it has been. And again, like, these guys, they get kind of irritated having to stay inside, but I mean, as soon as we go outside, they're just miserable, and I know it hurts their feet because they're trying to run as soon as we hit the blacktop anywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna build a little exercise course, like a movable agility course inside, actually, out of things like that little wooden step. I'm gonna use some cones, and I'm gonna fill up some plastic tubs like that blue one, but with plastic water bottles, and throw a ball in there and have them fetch it, find it. I think it'll do good to stimulate them mentally a little bit, and dogs need to have a job. They need to feel like they're working or doing something or being a part of whatever it is that you're doing. And because I live alone and these guys are my main company, like, I have to sometimes make them do things on their own and make myself do things on my own, so that we don't just get, like, you know, attachment anxiety and like canine codependency going on here. Because I want them to be well developed and well socialized, and, you know, live a good life, not just live the way that I want them to live, which is what most humans do. They get a pet, and it's their pet, and it's going to do what they want it to. They don't look at it as something that has its own thoughts and feelings and needs and personality, you know. So I wasn't always aware of that. Like, I've always loved dogs. I've always felt like I was very connected to dogs, but really not until, I would say, the dog that I had prior to these guys. Well, the 2 dogs prior. One I inherited from a gentleman that I took care of till he passed away, and that was a little schnauzer, or not schnauzer, but a wiener dog mix, like a wiener dog Jack Russell mix. That was a great dog, but I took care of her until she passed away too. And then I got Karma. Karma was a Belgian Malinois that I didn't know that until after I got her. I thought she was a German Shepherd puppy mixed. And then, yeah, I took her to someone that knew dogs, and they're like, "Oh, Belgian Malinois." And I'm just like, uh-huh. And then I researched them, and I found out why my dog Karma had so much energy. I mean, I could take that dog for a 20-mile mountain bike ride, and it would just be keeping up with me the whole way. It wouldn't even miss a beat. She was the best dog. We couldn't take her when we moved across the country, so we sold her to this farming couple that had like acres of land for her and horses and stuff. So I know that she at least got to finish out her remaining years in a good place with a good family. She was already fixed, so I know she didn't have any puppies. As far as these 2, Pepper is fixed. Harley is going to be very soon. And I'm interested to see what kind of difference that will make in the aggression portion of things. Because Harley, she's not aggressive because she's angry or an aggressive dog. She's just unsure. Like, she got taken away from her family pretty young. She's only had Pepper and myself, and Pepper's only been around me, so Pepper's not the best example of raw dog behavior either. And so I think sometimes Harley's just unsure of how to handle certain situations, and so she gets frustrated, and that's why I'll see her bristle up and growl a little bit. But she's never lunging at people or striking out at any individual. She's just telling me that she's uncomfortable, you know. Since I've been spending more time with her individually, that's been lessening. So hopefully I'm, going about it the right way. From everything that I've observed and have studied, I think I'm doing the right thing. It just takes constant attention, man. Like, you really can't just get a dog and feed it and walk it and call it good. I mean, you have to watch them. You have to understand that they can't tell you what they need, at least verbally. So you've got to pay attention to the cues, the body language and the behavior, and the growls, the ear position, all that stuff. And like right now, I can tell Harley's getting a little tense. She's a little anxious for whatever reason. She's probably still hungry, and I think seeing the bowl maybe makes her focus on food. So we're gonna take that away. Actually, give me that baby girl. You got it all. Trust me. Let's see what that does. Oh yeah, I got you guys a new toy, and I haven't even given it to you yet. Dun dun dun. Does it squeak? No, thank God. All right, go nuts. Get it, girls, get it. Go get it, Harley. I got that toy specifically so you guys can play tug of war. Because it seems to be a favorite game when I'm not wanting you to do it. You're fighting over something, so. Harley? You're all right. Come here. Hey, come here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Hi. Harley. Harley. Hey. Can you sit? Can you sit? Sit. Good girl. Good sit. Good sit. Good sit. Can you shake? Good. Good, good, good. Good girl. Touch. Good touch. Good touch. So one of the things that I do with her when I see her starting to get irritated or I feel like she's fixating and getting ready to attack or do something negative is I just get her attention, and I'll ask her to touch, and I'll put my palm out, and when she touches her nose with my palm, I give her a little treat or give her some affection or both, and I just try to redirect her energy and focus, and Pepper the same way. It's just difficult because the animal kingdom does have a place for getting fucking punked. Like, that's how they learn. They do something, they get checked for it, and then they figure out, oh, all right, don't do that again. Got it. So it kind of has to happen on some level, but knowing when I'm supposed to just let it ride and when I need to step in so that I'm not letting something worse build up is the struggle. Like right now, this is escalating, so hey, relax, guys. Nah, I don't want to hear that whine. I'm just gonna let him go and see what happens. Harley. I know you guys saw that. She was getting ready. She was gonna strike. Not with a necessarily a hard, angry bite, but she was still going to, and it wasn't gonna be okay. So yeah, so she's a sweetheart. She doesn't understand how flipping big and strong she is already. This thing, I mean, like now just the way she stands on the couch is hilarious. She couldn't even make it up the first step when we first got her. So, you know, it gives you some idea of how quickly she's grown. She was limping, and I figured out that it was growing pains. I didn't even know that dogs got that, but it makes perfect sense considering she's gained, God, probably like a couple pounds a week since I've got her, I think. And she had worms at first. We had to take care of that. And I've checked her several times because I'm like, is that why you're so hungry all the time? Do you have a tapeworm? But no, she is just growing like crazy. So, yeah, they're both healthy. I've been blessed with that. Vaccinated, healthy. Not COVID, just, you know, rabies and necessary dog vaccinations. So sorry out there, you vaxxers. Their immune system's going to work. Thank you very much. They also get, you know, digestive enzymes and stuff for that very reason. And no preservative, no grain foods. Pepper. That was not okay. That was all pepper. Hey, psst. Share. And again, Pepper's insecure now because there's a new person in her, or a new dog in her house, and she feels like she's having to share everything. So, you know, it's hard. It's hard. I don't know what to do. I just try to give them both equal, even love, but I mean, I love them both. It's just kind of different. Like Pepper has been through a lot with me. Harley's newer, but you know, I had to save her life fairly young too from drowning, and so we're bonded. But they're very different emotionally. Pepper's, like I said, more sensitive and needy, and just really wants to make sure that you're happy. She's my codependent dog. Harley's my no boundaries dog. She's just like, hey, just smash over whatever it is you're doing, just because she loves you and she wants to get closer to you, but it comes across as annoying sometimes. So that's why dogs are so interesting and beneficial, because they really do teach you about social interactions for people too. And like, I don't know if you guys are UFC fighter fans out there, right? But I love UFC personally. If you look at a fighter before, during, and after their fight, they are a fucking dog. You know what I mean? The eye contact, the just waiting, and the just extreme striking aggression that comes out in spurts. And then some of them afterwards, you'll watch them are so jacked up, they have to pace back and forth. And sometimes the ref has to separate them, and they're a different person for a second until they come back to, okay, all right, normal human, not killer, okay. And it takes a minute to snap back into that rational mind frame, I guess. And dogs are no different. When they get really, really worked up, when they get fighting, or when they are just pent up, usually the problem is they haven't been exercised. Like, most owners just do not give their dogs the stimulation and exercise that they need, and that energy goes somewhere, and so they store it up, and it gets pent up and comes out in the oddest neurotic behaviors. I mean, people now, they fuck their dogs up, man, and it's hard to tell them that sometimes, but you know, when you have dogs that are shaking and spinning in circles just because they don't know what to do with themselves, like that's because of the owner, you know. That's not a broken dog. Like, every once in a great while, there's a dog that has a behavioral issue that either needs to be medicated or the dog needs to be put down, because it's not going to be something that can be fixed, and it's going to allow the dog to function in society without being a liability. But that's I mean, I would say probably a single-digit percentage point of the canine population, truth be told. But dogs that develop or get labeled as violent or reactive because they're anxious, that is, I would say, probably 3/4 of what I see as someone that tries to work with dogs, you know. If it's not a puppy, if it's a dog that's over 1 and it's got behavioral problems, it's because of the owner. If it's under 1 and it's just started these behavioral problems, it's because it's a puppy and it's trying to figure out what the boundaries are. So give it some and things won't escalate. But people, they feel like they're doing their dog a disservice if they redirect it. I'm not even going to say discipline, because I don't advocate hitting your dog. I don't advocate intimidating your dog or even forcing it to do anything. There are instances in which, you know, you're the human, they're the dog, and sometimes you need them to do things like get in their kennel or get on a leash for their safety. But never do I want to force my dog to do something that I see it is actively trying to avoid. Like an example, Pepper is afraid of sprinklers. weird, I know, but she hates sprinklers. Water is fine, but sprinklers, definitely afraid of, okay? I don't make her walk through or on a sidewalk that's getting hit with sprinklers. Even if I know logically I'm gonna block the water and it's not even gonna be close to her, she's uncomfortable and I can see that. And I'm not gonna make her do something that is not cool with her because she doesn't get what I'm doing. She doesn't understand that. She's not comfortable walking on the outside of me on busy streets. She likes to walk away from the traffic. She's kind of afraid of cars. And I'm glad for that a little bit. I hope that it helps her exercise, good judgment if she ever gets out or is running around for whatever reason. And yes, I see her eating whatever the hell that is on the couch, but that's their couch, so chances are it's just a piece of one of their toys. But anyway, yeah, Harley's afraid of traffic. And so I let them switch sides when we walk together. Usually Pepper's on the right and Harley's on the left. But if Harley doesn't want to be on the right by the cars, then let her move over. And it's not giving in to where you're spoiling them. It's helping them trust you and help them to understand that, all right, this dude's not going to put me in a situation that's going to be something where I don't like the outcome. He's always been good, so I'm going to trust him when he asks me to do something. You're just going to get better behavior from him. They're going to be much more apt to obey and to learn and to give you their attention because they trust you. It's a fine balance between trust and respect, and it's not so much about being the alpha as it is just being a good example and being consistent. That's the most important thing. Like, you can't be all hugs and kisses on Monday and then steel-toed to the ribs on Tuesday because you're having a bad day. They don't get that. You can't do that to them. And when you don't feel like it, so what? What needs to happen is what they feel like and what they need. And that's something that has been also very helpful for me because I like to be comfortable and I like to justify not doing things sometimes. And when that alarm goes off and I only have a couple hours of sleep or whatever, and I just want to go back to sleep for another couple hours, but then I hear Harley, I can't leave her and not let her get out and relieve herself in the morning just because I didn't sleep very well. That's not fair. That's selfish. And so having to get up and care for something else or someone else it's good for us as humans because it's very easy for us to just focus on ourselves, isolate ourselves, and just be kind of weird eventually. And I guess I'm speaking for myself now, but I know I'm not alone in that. I know that even though I'm an individual, I'm not special. Like, we all have similar struggles and thoughts and fears. So yeah, it's time to look for the similarities, not the differences. But anyways, these are their kennels, not their punishment spots, their safe spots. Pretty simple environment for them. I do massage therapy, that's why there's a table in the middle. But yeah, I am going to build a little agility course for the backyard there, and it'll be something that's movable so I can store it and then have it inside, or at least pieces of it inside on rainy days so they can still do something at least, or on days when it's triple digits. And I'd like to expand and eventually start working with other people's dogs, or at least lend my time in watching and walking other people's dogs that maybe don't have the ability to spend enough time with their canine companion throughout the workday or work week. I understand that, a normal workday is 8 hours and you got to leave your dog alone sometimes, but if your dog's having to go 12, really any more than 8, honestly, an adult dog, without any kind of contact, that's not good for them. It's not. That's pretty much solitary confinement, and it doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you got to be honest with yourself about, are you doing what's best for your pet? And there's no harm in saying like, oh yeah, maybe I need to have a dog sitter come in for a couple hours a week on 2 days or whatever. There are plenty of people out there that would do it, again, myself included. So besides the YouTube channel here at the Human Performance Project, my Instagram is refused.conformity.11, And I'm on Facebook just by my name, Adam Coleman. You can get a hold of me through message or email on any of those platforms. And then we can go from there and exchanging information, finding out what you need, and hopefully get you taken care of. So again, I am Adam Coleman here at the Human Performance Project, and we are talking about my pets, my best friends, my family members, but also my challenges and my teachers. So let me know in the comments what experiences you've had with yours. Like and subscribe so I can keep this going and continue to learn more and become a better human for my dogs. And just, slowly but surely make the world a better place. 1% better in some way every day. Be good humans. Deuces.